Today we're going to showcase the top attack strategy at Town Hall 14. It is Fireball E-Titans. This attack strategy is ridiculous both in pushing, war, and even in hard mode. Here is the army for today's video. Now, a quick disclaimer. I personally think Fireball Super Witches is stronger, but Super Witches does take an extra Super Troop slot. So you do have to keep that in mind. So instead of the 4 Titans, you would bring 3 Super Witches. It'd be the only difference. But I know a lot of you want to conserve DE, particularly at Town Hall 14 where you have to do a lot of hero upgrades. The only difference between the two armies is you would drop the Skeleton spell and bring a Poison spell with the Super Witches. But let's get into the attacks and talk more about it. So one thing I love about Fireball E-Titans is how flexible it is. You're going to see me hit a few different base styles today, and it is solid on all of them. Doesn't really matter how the base is set up. For instance, this base is set up to be really awkward for spam attack strategies because the Town Hall is so far removed from the rest of the base. But that doesn't bother us. We're going to simply isolate that Town Hall. We're not even going to take it down. We're going to isolate it, then move away and use the Flame Flinger to finish the Town Hall off. Now, generally, you're going to use the Siege Machine with this attack strategy, but in times like this, why not use the Flame Flinger to get rid of the Town Hall, the most valuable target on the base? Then you're going to spam all your Titans, Ice Golem, Apprentice Warden straight through the center with your Wall Breakers and the balloons, and then you're going to use your Queen and Baby Dragon to set a funnel on the other side. Normally you'll have the Siege Barracks as well to help them out, but you'll see how good the Archer Queen is even by herself here because she's running the action figure and the magic mirror. I nearly said mirror puppet, magic mirror, and you can see the two in combination are just going to walk around the outside of the base here like it is absolutely nothing. An absolute field day for them. I mess up with the Tesla. Yeah, I should have put a balloon to look for it, so the Flame Flinger doesn't get as much value as it would have, but it doesn't matter. We've got our Titans in the center of the base, and this is where the Titans are so good. They don't need an Eternal Tome ability. It is fine to just have the Rage Gem on the healers. They are so tanky, and the King is great as well. We still haven't used the King ability. I think I've still got every Titan up. Keep in mind, we've got 4 of them. And they're ridiculous. They are completely ridiculous. One of the weaknesses that we saw at the start of Town Hall 15 with Zap Titans in particular was how slow the attack strategy was. Time was a big issue. But now that we've got the Earthquake Boots on the Kings to open up the walls, which is Titan's biggest weakness, but we also have the Rage Gem, time really isn't an issue with this army. In fact, you'll see me do a few slow Warden Walks today, and we're still able to get the 3-star attack in the end. I mean, look at this. Look at how much I'm swagging. King ability. Royal Champion undeployed. We have what? 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 swag spells. I used half my spells. You don't need any more. This attack strategy is ridiculous. And something I really like about this attack strategy, and I mean really like, is even when it looks like it's going wrong, you're still going to be able to get the 3-star. I make a few mistakes on this base here, and I still do get the 3-star in the end, because obviously you're not going to be flawless every single attack, right? We are all human in the end. Now, base styles like this are normally a bit of a pain, I know, for some of the casual players, because look at all the damage in the core of this base, right? There is a lot, and it is hard to take that down unless you kind of know what you're doing, and Titans are extremely forgiving. They've got so many hit points, it is kind of absurd. So we got 3 Invis spells with this, and you can use them for your Fireball. By the way, whilst the Warden Walk's going, why not set up the wall breaks for the next phase of your attack? I'm going to enter with the Titans here, and then the funnel on the top side up there. So why wait? The Warden Walk's kind of chill. No need to do that all at once. We get the Fireball in there. We don't even get insane value with it. That's fine. We just need to set a funnel. So we got the Queen and the Siege Barracks on the top side here. You're going to see how important the Siege Barracks is in this attack. We use the jump spell right there. The Warden is just about going down. And in fact, the Warden does go down. Now, I probably should have frozen this ground bow because it was on the Warden, right? But turns out you don't really need the Warden to 3-star anyway. So we've still got 2 rage spells. Queen's on the top side, set an excellent funnel. That Ice Golem put in work. Now we're going to come in with the Rage spell, and I'm going to use my King ability kind of early here, not because I want to open up the walls, I just want to do damage to all of the buildings. And you can see here, the Titans are kind of getting picked off. This sweeper is a real pain. You do need to take sweepers into account when you do this attack strategy, because look at how little value these healers get, and in fact, they're all gone. And you might think, well, this is a fail, right? This is a fail. But we still got so much power. We got the Valks from the Siege Barracks on the outside of the base. We've got the Queen ability. We've got the Royal Champ ability. And I've still got quite a few spells here. And using one Rage spell with the Valks and Royal Champion actually isn't a bad idea. I know you've only got 2 Rage spells in the army, but the Titans have the Rage gem anyway with the Warden. So you're actually going to get more of a net positive value out of using your Rage spell with your units that aren't in the Rage gem already, because the Rage gem and Rage spell do not overlap. And as you can see here, this ends up looking kind of not overkill. I'm not going to go that far, but it was a strong 3-star attack. Now, what about if there's 3 single Infernos? Single Infernos, obviously the bane of a Titan's existence. Well, that's why we've got the Skeleton spell, but we've also got the Fireball. Now, I'm going to try and do this whilst casting, which is a whole new thing. We'll see if it works out in the end. So, we got the Warden on the bottom side here. What do I want to do? I want to get this Fireball onto either the Builder Hut or the single Inferno there. There's lots of value around both of them. Now, bases like this are pretty annoying because it's going to be hard to get my Fireball that far in the base with the defensive ring. And my best advice to you all is to be patient. You're not in a rush with this attack strategy, and hopefully me hitting in hard mode live for you all can prove that. So the Warden just doing his thing. We are a little worried about the defensive Archer Queen here. I don't know if she'll activate now. She'll definitely activate in a second. Look at the Builder Huts doing so much repairing. I'm going to let the Archer Queen shoot, so my Warden decides to fire back. And that should be good enough to go like this. I do activate the Town Hall. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to pull the Titans up, which seems counterintuitive, but I want to set the funnel at the very top of the base here. So we've got that. Let's use the King to set the funnel like this. And look at that. We've now mostly set a good funnel. As long as my Archer Queen gets rid of that air defense, I'm pretty sure everything should go into the center of the base. And not kind of. In saying that, they got nowhere to go, and look at that. The Siege Barracks has set a beautiful funnel. Now we're going to freeze that single Inferno, and we're going to skeleton it. That's what the skeleton spell here is for. King ability opens up everything on the back end of the base. Let's use the Royal Champion over here. Generally, you want to use the Royal Champion with the Valks, because the Valks are an excellent tank for her, because she can be a bit vulnerable, but we do have the Hog Puppet, so she does have some protection in case things go wrong. The Titans are still alive in the core of the base, despite the fact that there is no healers on them, and that King is absolutely beating them down. Royal Champion's on the bottom of the base here, but that is fine, and we're going to finish off this base really easily in live for you all, just showing you that even if there's single Infernos on the base, it's not as big a problem as you may think. You're often going to fireball at least one of them, the Infernos being a major target on the base, and the skeleton spells and all the freeze spells and invis spells. Like, think of all of these utility spells you've got with this army. Just make it hard for the single Infernos to do anything. And last up, we're going to do another hard mode hit, but with 3 multi-Infernos. Obviously, there's been a lot of multi-Infernos in this video, so maybe I should have shown a few more single Infernos. I do accept that, but I wanted to show you this one, right? Because this is what I would call like a hypercore, where there is just all the damage on the base is in the center. You have all the heroes kind of flanking it, and there's just an insane amount of damage. And this is one where you might think you want the Eternal Tome, but I'm going to show you that the Fireball is just insane, because you know where we're going to go with this Fireball, right? We're going to take out as much of the core as we can. Now, these sort of invis into Fireball isn't something you're going to learn overnight, and you're going to make lots of mistakes. I've made so many mistakes with this. But once you learn it, I mean, it is so strong. So I get it to target the Eagle, and look at that. So much of the base is gone. I invis just to make sure I keep my Warden alive, because obviously there was lots of damage there. And then we pull the Warden over to the side. Now, here I want to talk about the importance of a funnel. Most of you, well, I actually don't know this, but I feel like a lot of you would have placed the Siege Barracks and Queen right here, because you're starting with your troops here, and you want them to funnel alongside. But that isn't necessarily the case, because you use your Siege Barracks and Queen to funnel the E-Titans into the core of the base. And where are they going to enter the core of the base? Well, I'm going to put the jump spell right here. So if I want them to get this jump spell, take that in, then I need my Siege Barracks and Queen to clear out sort of this sort of funnel. So putting the Siege Barracks over here makes no sense. It's not helping the funnel whatsoever. Think about where you want your funnel. So as you can see, we can finally play this replay again. I put my Siege Barracks all the way on the top side of the base, then I put my Queen slightly lower, and then the two of them, look at that Elixir Collector goes down, and that Elixir Collector is a crucial building. Then I'm going to put the jump spell down. I deliberately do not let the jump spell go out of this compartment, because I'm not sure if I'm going to get that Archer Tower down, and I don't want to risk the Titans walking out, because even though we cleared a lot of the core of the base, we still need all our Titans in there. It's still going to take a full team effort. And as you can see here, this defensive CC is going to be a problem. Triple Ice Golem is a pain in the butt to deal with. But we're going to make it work here. We've got the Queen on the top side of the base with the Valks. That defensive King's been a pain, but doesn't really matter. And the healers are just doing an excellent job here. Even though there's most of the damage on the base dealing on the Titans, they're still almost full health. Now, obviously, the Town Hall Poison is going to be a bit of a problem. We use the Skeleton spell on the backside of the base here to try and tank a few of these defenses. The Scatter goes after the healers. The healers often die in the core of bases like this, but usually, by the time they go down, it doesn't really matter, and this is the case yet again here. I mean, this is hard mode, ladies and gentlemen. This was hard mode. And if there was another single Inferno on this base, obviously we fireballed two multi-Infernos. I think they were here and here. If this was a single Inferno here, we just would have used our Skeleton spell for that, and it wouldn't have really mattered. We would have run over the base the exact same. This attack strategy is simple. It is ridiculously strong. You only need one Super Troop. And on top of that, you can probably 3-star some Town Hall 15s with it as well. So good luck to you if you do decide to use this attack strategy. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. If you want to use it with Super Witches are probably slightly stronger, but they're not so strong that it's necessarily worth the 25k DE investment. Ultimately, it's up to you. But if you're looking for some strong bases, we'll link on the left the top 10 Town Hall 14 bases, whether you want them for clan war, for CWL, for pushing, or for hybrid purposes. There is a base for all of you in that video.